Hi everyone, welcome on board to ARR.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact.
It is no longer news that over 600 terrorist Boko Haram members were released and returned back into our society after they claimed that they took an oath of repentance, and they claimed that they also showed signs of repentance. The federal government of Nigeria is the one claiming all of this under the regime of Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, the president of Nigeria. It was first announced some weeks ago, and a lot of Nigerians, they find this very difficult to believe, because they felt these people should not be allowed to live amongst Nigerians. After making many people homeless, they turned a lot of people into widows, they turned a lot of children into orphans, and even disabled, and of course they killed so many people. Gruesome murder. They have the effrontery to shoot this on TV. They record it and they post it around, either cutting off people's necks using explosives. Many very devious and terrible acts of these satanic minded people who claim that Islam is the backbone of whatever it is that they are onto. Now, as you can see, pictures that are out there, and the ones you're seeing right there, is a ceremony made for the repentant terrorists, as to bring them back to the society after they claim that they've spent months in rehabilitation under intensive care. And a lot of people have spoken against the federal government gestures towards the former terrorists, and many have been calling for the arrest of Buhari, who is the president of Nigeria, by the international body, because they felt he's endangering the lives of many Nigerians, and also showing signs of supporting crime by releasing Boko Haram members, although some might call them ex-members. Among those who voiced their opinion is Reno Omokri. Reno Omokri worked under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan as aide or assistant, and he has been known to tweet, and he calls himself Buhari instrumental. Another man is a man called Imam of Peace. He said he's an ex-extremist and ex-jihadist. Reno Omokri, while reacting to the news through his Twitter handle, said, "Look at this nonsense released by General Muhammadu Buhari's government. They have the gall to release graduation photos of so-called repentant Boko Haram. What rubbish. Because of these people, Les Sharibu and Chibok girls could not graduate. This is why I fully support #arrest Buhari." And of course, this is not okay. I think many of them in the north, the senators there, and many people in the north, they kind of want to balance up the crime of this terrorist group and that of the amnesty granted to the Niger Delta Avengers. They claim that they are all birds of the same feather. It's terrible. So all the money that we have, they took some out of it and decided to use it to sponsor, to protect the claim rehabilitating terrorists. I do not see these dudes inside of them. I don't see how they are repentant of anything. These guys are just part of the package to fool us. Some of them might not even be terrorists. They might just be someone in the north there. They just package them and say, you know what? We are going to give you money. The main terrorists are in the north. And what they need to look into is where the terrorists actually get people, recruit people. They recruit Amajiris on the street. A system in the north that promotes such. They talk about terrorism as if they are ready to combat terrorism. They only will combat terrorism if they are going to get money out of it. And they'll make sure that the end does not come to terrorism. That's how they roll. Terrorism is never going to come to an end in Nigeria. If it does, the federal government of Nigeria will not make money. The military will not make money, because this is the way they allocate money. The military doesn't want this terrorism to go. They don't want war to end. They need the money. They need money. So this is a serious issue here. So Reno Omokri went on, he said, so you can use the money they send to rehabilitate your beloved repentant Boko Haramist? No, the only support we will provide is to have you, General Muhammadu Buhari, arrested and prosecuted before the International Criminal Court. Arrest Buhari now. So like I said Imam of Peace, he also tweeted, he said, Nigerians are rejecting the reintegration of Boko Haram militants into society. They are asking for them to be taken to the government house since the president freed them. Yes, I think if truly they are repentant, why can't they be allowed to live with Buhari a little bit in Aso Rock so as to showcase what they have inside of them rather than release them into the society? Boko Haram terrorists have repented, graduated, and are ready to reintegrate within society. I wonder if they want to continue their studies in Europe or United States. This nonsense was advocated for by President Buhari, who freed them. A spike in massacres since then. That's it. So I think this is something that is serious, and we all need to be concerned about this. The government of Buhari did not see it. They didn't see it as something reasonable for them to kind of look into their marginaries on the street and cater for those children and get them off and make sure they instruct their families and the governors of those states to make sure that none of these things exist. They didn't talk to their religious clerics and all of that to put an end to this. They didn't deal with that. Two, this government, rather than them focusing on how these terrorists and their location, how those people will be crushed, they are pampering them and acting like it's all right. In fact, it's even heard that some of them are being given money so as to drop weapons. Give someone money to drop weapon. You're giving a criminal money to drop weapon, and he brings some fake guns and drops it down and collects the money and goes there to buy a better one. If the Chadian soldiers and their president could go after Boko Haram terrorists and shut them off from their own country, push them into Nigeria, and stand guard to make sure they do not return, what then is happening to Nigeria, who call themselves Giant of Africa, with more military might and a lot of money being invested, allocated into the military? Why is it that there is no solution to this constant, insistent terrorism in the north? That is because the monarchs in the north, the military, the politicians, they are all involved in these activities of terrorism in the north. There's money that comes out of it. So do not think that the army will be in any way ready to put an end to that. Terrorism will continue as long as Nigeria remains. As long as Nigeria exists, that terrorism in the north will continue. They will keep on and on. Even if anyone, it could be someone from the southeast become president, it's not going to stop it, because when you become president and you think you're going to bring in some military personnel, security chiefs here and there, you think, okay, I'm going to select from here, select from there, in the hope that we'll combat this terrorism. They are all together. It's all about money. They are not going to fight terrorists and shut terrorism down and they will make money. They'll begin to look at the house and money that has been acquired by many of these military chiefs, and they want to do the same to get their own too. Do not think that this administration, it's the northerners, the Hausas alone in the military that are making money from terrorism. There are others. It might not be much, but people from the south, even from the southeast, they are there making money from these activities of terrorism. It's money to them, allocation from the government, and sometimes they are also asked to kind of negotiate, so they make money from all of this. If terrorism is to come to an end in Nigeria, it's not difficult for them to put an end to that terror. Are you telling us now that the terrorists, wherever they are hiding, probably under the ground or somewhere, are we going to say they are much more than the Nigerian army? Do they have much support? Do they have the financial backing much more than the Nigerian army? Let us call a spade a spade. They are not ready to put an end to any terrorism in Nigeria. All they need is to kind of negotiate, make money out of it, allocate money for security and terrorism and all of these things. And once in a while, they look for some goons out there and say these ones are repentant. They are going to continue this program of reintegrating terrorism into our society. If you know the amount of money that has gone into this reintegration of terrorists, you'll be shocked. So this is just a backdoor influx of Boko Haram members. They might even tell them to join the Nigerian army, and you will see what's going to happen. You will see what's going to happen. Even people asked, how many Niger Delta militia men did they bring into the army? Because they claim that they are repentant. So what happened to the quota in the recruitment to the armed forces from the state? This, I believe, is dangerous. Soon, you will see these terrorists going into politics. You see these terrorists going into the military. If they're repentant, my thoughts are that with their repentance, they should have been made to join the army. Then they'll put them on the forefront. But that is even dangerous. It's dangerous to even put them in the army, because they will learn and give information to the terrorists. That's just what it is. So these guys are people that need to, I don't see any repentance in them at all. I don't see any form of repentance in them.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.